good win for us, a little short-handed with only eight scholarship players, but guys played hard once again, played very good defense, and was one at defensive end. Offense was a little streaky at times, but turned it on when we needed to.
Is that the sort of performance you imagine out of Daniel Utomi when you recruited him?
Well, Daniel's playing at a very high level right now. He had an off game against Washington shooting the ball. He took good shots, just missed them 3 out of the last 4 games. Been able to isolate him in the mid-post, and also from the three-point line, he's very efficient with the basketball. He doesn't turn the ball over a lot. 4 assists, no turnovers tonight, which was nice to see, and he also made some threes. So he's a tough matchup because he's so efficient offensively. Doesn't do anything spectacular. He just faces up on you or backs you down, and when he's making shots like this, he's really hard to guard.
Building off that, what's kind of been the evolution for him this year, kind of finding his place and his role?
Well, he started out the year struggling from the field and the three-point line. Wasn't shooting the ball well, but now he's really turned it around. He's in the starting lineup. He feels more comfortable. He knows he's one of the go-to guys when we need a basket. He just has to play within the flow of the offense.
Coach, with your background in shooting, is there any particular message that you give to a guy like him when he's
make some
struggling?
shots. No, he's a good shooter. I didn't need to change anything with him. He's been a good shooter his whole career.
Is it just a matter of fitting in or finding his place in the offense, or?
No, when you have open shots, how about making one? Okay, so I can't. No coach can make shots for a player. Players win games, and that's why they deserve the credit. And Daniel's playing at a high level. He's making open shots. He's really playing team basketball. And I thought Elijah Weaver came in off the bench and did the same thing tonight.
Coach, they missed a lot of three-pointers. How much did your length kind of contribute to that?
Well, I think our goal is to challenge every three. I thought our shot challenging tonight was outstanding. They've got very few open looks, a couple, but not a ton. And they got some offensive rebounds because the ball was bouncing way out, so we have to do a little better job of that. But they only shot 14% from the three and 28 from the field, and so I thought our intensity and our second effort on defense with our switching and our challenging the shots was terrific tonight.
I think that's under 30% in 2 games against them. Is something about the matchup work well for you guys?
We just go play hard, play good defense. We've been doing it all year.
What was the thinking in having Isaiah on Pollard instead of Nick?
Well, Nick, because they play 4 guards a lot. Tony Miller started for him, but then they go 4 guards. They put Ellaby at the 4, and they spread you out. And Nick's quicker on the perimeter than Isaiah is, and Isaiah's a better post defender usually. So we just thought, and Isaiah's done a terrific job this week. He did a great job on Isaiah Stewart against Washington Tuesday night, and then he did another. Pollard only had 2 and 2 tonight. So Isaiah's played great basketball for the last few games.
What happened with Isaiah there towards the middle of the first half?
He came down and twisted his ankle, and we thought it was a little worse. I think he's going to be very sore tomorrow. Hopefully he'll be a couple days of therapy and icing. He should hopefully be ready for next week.
What has the response this week shown you about your team?
Well, we thought this was a huge week for us because coming off the 2 tough road losses where we played hard, but we lost to 2 good teams on their home court, 2 close games, and then our best player gets hurt. And so I shouldn't say our best player, I should say our leading scorer, leading rebounder, our leading shot blocker, because we have a lot of players that step up and our best players game to game. So, but losing a guy like is very hard, especially when you go to a Washington game when they have one of the best front lines and the biggest, they have the most length in the league. And so we were really concerned this week, but we told our guys that this is an opportunity for everybody else. Kyle's not here, O's not here. We have 8 players, and you need to do something about it, and they did. So we're very proud of them.
Is there enough?
Outside of closing out on the 3-point line, did you have something special in mind for Ellaby to kind of try to slow him down a little
Well, I think the first game he was 3 for 22 from the field. Tonight he had 22 points on 18 shots. He got to the foul line. So he also had 5 turnovers. So we just tried to make it tough for him, challenge. He made some really tough shots in isolation situations tonight where he steps back. He's 6'6", he has that high release. So it's hard to guard. He gets a shot off. We just have to make it hard for him. And I thought both games we played for him, we made it challenging for him to go get his points.
Throughout the year, you've talked about this team is all about defense. Would you call tonight's game maybe one of the better defensive games you've seen?
I'd say it's one of the, it wasn't the best, but it's up there. Anytime you hold a team 28% shooting, you've done your job.
Is there an update on Onyeka and his status moving forward?
Yes, day to day. He'll be still in concussion protocol, so we're hoping to have him back for our next game.
They led 8-0. Was there anything that needed to be said, or did you just give them a look and they went?
Well, we had to call timeout in our effort. We gave up 2 threes, and they only made 4 for the game. In fact, they made their 4th with a 30 seconds left. So that means they made the first 2 they took, and they went the next one for their next 24. Okay, so they weren't going to beat us inside, and the only way they could beat us is from the 3-point line. And here we give two threes up to LOB and Robinson, who all they do is shoot threes. So that was a message. If you guys want to win this game, someone's got to be a little more intense than what you're playing right now. And so they responded, and we're proud that they did.
Coach, obviously you had DeMar here the other night. Tonight you have Benny, Jordan, DeAnthony, guys like that here. What can you say about their impact?
Yeah, the other night we had Chemezi, Benny,
Yeah.
Kevin Porter Jr. Tonight we have DeAnthony, J-Mac, Benny again. It's awesome to see the NBA players come back. We've had 4 in the last 2 years, those guys we just mentioned. And Benny is on he's not on the NBA roster, but he's on, in the organization with a contract, so to have 5 guys. So they're just terrific young men, first of all, but they meant so much to our program here, and to have that many in the NBA, and we'll have some here coming up in the next couple of years as well. It means our program has turned and been built where we're bringing good players in, they're developing, they stay. I think we have a 1, 2, 3, and 4 year guy to the NBA, those 4 guys. So we don't determine how long they have to stay here, but what we want is to come get a great education while you're here, be part of a winning program, and then go and reach your dreams. And so those 4 guys have done that.
Coach, how important is this next road trip in terms of the whole scheme of things?
Well, we're a game out of first place, and we have a lot of tough games coming up, a lot of teams that are right there with us in the standings, and some of them that are ahead of us by a game. So we know how hard it is to go in the mountain schools. It's probably the toughest road trip from a travel perspective, because you have to fly into one, you have to play in altitude, then you have to get on another plane, and then you got to go play in altitude again, and it wears you out. So we know how tough. There'd be no excuses. Just got to go play as hard as we can.
What's the status with Kyle? You know when he's going to return to the team?
Yeah, his father's funeral is next week, so it's going to be a while for his return. I think next Saturday is when the funeral is, so he'll be gone for another week. But our thoughts are with him. We keep in contact. The team's been supportive, and Cal knows how much he means to us. So hopefully he can spend time with his family here and not worry about basketball as much as in this time.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Thank you very much.